Welcome back to In the Moment.
Yeah.
Episode
We're excited.
4.
I'm excited. Are you excited?
I'm super pumped.
Why are you excited?
Because it's February.
It is February.
January was awesome, but it is February. February's here. Shortest month of the year, unless you live in Africa. I'm just kidding. I don't know if that's an actual fact or not.
Oh, really? That's a thing that happens?
I don't know.
You're not sure about that?
We wanna just dive right into some things right now. We've been looking at your comments, and we've been getting DMs and personal messages from friends, because that's who watches this show is friends.
Yeah.
And we've been looking, and we are gonna help you out with your feedback. We've been getting a lot of feedback. And we're going to introduce some new segments. We're going to change some things up a little bit. And we're going to try to make this podcast better, just way better. And I've said it. And we're going to introduce some new segments. Bryant has an idea.
We're going to jump right in with it.
Yeah, Bryant, you want to take the lead?
Yeah, so I had an idea. We're going to try new month. I don't like the new year, new me, but we're going to try the new month, new podcast.
Aha!
Yeah,
clever.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
But we're going to try this. Just an idea. You guys tell us if you like it or not. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to have scenes that... We're going to tell a story. We're going to have a segment called Story Time. That's what we're going to do.
Right.
So we're going to have a segment called Story Time. And how it works is this. Right now, we are going to have our sound tech think up random sentences or people, places, activities,
and we
things
know,
like
but
this.
We know nothing about it.
We know nothing about it, and they're
beauty.
going to put that in, and then a hat maybe, or a bucket, or just hand it to us randomly. 3. And so 3 of those things we're going to take, and we have to take 3 of them. We might have different categories like action, place, person.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have to tell a story using those. Now, here's how it's going to work. I'm going to get 3. Brennan's going to get a different 3.
Yep.
We're going to take this. I'm going to tell my story. Give me maybe 5 minutes, I'm thinking, to tell my story. We can set a timer. 5 minutes to tell Brennan's story. And then you guys are going to say which story you liked better.
Yeah, you're going to comment in the comments below and say who won story time. And also comment in the comments or DM us or anything like that. And just let us know how you like it, if it was funny or not, if it wasn't funny, if it sucked.
Yeah. Preferably the best way, just so we have it all in one place, I'm thinking. So we want you guys to give us those ideas. So I'm just going to go ahead and say it right now. There's 3 categories. People, place, and actions.
Okay.
And they can be outlandish. And so those are the 3 categories. So if you think of a person, it could be, now, for example, it could be someone like Bob the One-Eyed Pirate. That counts as a person. It doesn't just have to be like The Rock.
And we have
it can be a person with a funny quirk like that.
Yeah.
So that a place, like Intergalactic Bank or Florence, Mississippi, or Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan,
just
a place.
Any place.
Or it could be like the UN headquarters. It doesn't matter. So a place, it can be made up real, and an action. Now this action would be something like a conflict that has to be resolved. For instance, the Titanic is sinking. Now it's not an action that a person would do, but it's movement, right? It's a conflict that needs to be resolved. So for instance, sinking boat, exploding spaceship, being robbed, something like this that gives kind of, that idea.
So submit those to us. You can DM us in our Instagram.
DM would probably be the best, right? Because we want it all to be in one place. So we don't have to look everywhere.
You can follow us on Instagram at In The Moment Podcast. And you can DM us through that, or if you have our personal numbers,
which you don't.
Some of them do because friends. But if you have our personal numbers, let us know. If you have our Snapchats or anything, just let us know. And if you absolutely can't contact us any other way, comment in the comments. Now I have another segment. Well, it's not a segment per se.
What you got?
So you know how I do the movie review, which this episode I will do a movie review.
Yes, because it's February.
It's
the first
it's the
episode
1st
of February. Which,
But-
if I'm not mistaken, sorry for cutting you off there, but
But-
if I'm not mistaken, we're only going to have 3 episodes in February.
No, it'll be 4.
4?
It'll work out
Okay.
to where it'll be 4.
Just barely, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So anyway, I do a movie review, and they've gotten a lot of good feedback. My movie review, people like it.
Yeah, I
I've
think
heard
that
that
was
it's.
our
I've heard
most
that it's
liked.
the favorite segment. I don't want to toot my own horn, but toot toot.
Yeah.
No.
No, feel free.
So,
you deserve the credit for that one. That one was genius.
So
Good
anyway,
ideas.
yeah. But we've also got a little bit of a. It's not a complaint, but it's a constructive criticism. People would like it not to be just a monthly movie review. They would want one every week. I can't do that because then it takes away.
We run out of ideas.
We would run out of movies, literally.
Yeah.
Very
Very quickly.
What I am gonna do is every episode that I'm not reviewing a movie, I am going to make a random recommendation. Not necessarily a review, but it'll be like a recommendation. It can be food, a podcast to check out, a YouTube channel, just anything.
It's kind of be like our song of the week, only not just
Only
with a
not
song.
just strictly a song. It'll be anything.
Right.
So that'll start next episode. This episode I'm going to do a movie review. And yeah, do you have any other ideas that you would like to throw out
So
there?
an idea I'm going to throw out. We're not going to do it this week. I'm putting this out for the first time, actually. But each segment, I'm thinking, should have its own intro. What if
Oh.
each segment had its own musical
So like we
intro
make
there?
it musical intros.
Yeah.
You
so
can
we
do
can
that.
make a musical intro. Now, the idea, what we do with this is we just have the musical intro. And that way, we don't have to be like, and moving on to our monthly movie review, and then kind of have an awkward pause
Yeah,
while
and
we
then
get
I-
that
and
set
then-
up.
and then
we
I can
be
have-
like, moving on to our monthly movie review, and then
Monthly
play the
movie
intro.
review,
No.
something like that. I'm
No.
not a jingle writer, and I'm also not a singer, but
But
something
it wouldn't
like that.
necessarily even have to have lyrics, right? We can just do words.
Yeah.
Or not words.
Words.
Sorry, that's
Yeah.
lyrics. Here I am.
Brian made a mistake. It's okay.
Words. It's not lyrics. It's words.
It's words. There's a difference.
You can quote me on that.
We're gonna make T-shirts. That's gonna be our first merch.
It's not lyrics.
It's words. No,
No, but it's not. It doesn't have to be lyrical. It can be musical. There
Musical.
we go. That's what I was
Instrumental.
going for. Instrumental. Yeah.
I'm
But it can
sweating
have its
from laughing
own-
so bad right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna do that. That'll be really cool. He didn't mention that until just now.
Yep.
Let's move into song of the week.
Song of the week. What you got?
All right.
What you
so
got? What you got?
I have a beauty of a
A
song.
beauty of a song.
A beauty of a song. There's this band that was. I mean, they're still kind of relevant to colleges. They go around to college towns and perform. This is actually where I saw them live. Is Tuscaloosa.
Wow.
It's King. I can't words.
You also did. No, you can't lyrics.
I can't lyrics. No. Okay. So the band is Kings of Leon.
Oh yeah, I know about them.
And the song is Cold Desert.
Cold Desert.
Yes, it is fantastic, and I'm gonna play a little bit of a sneak peek, just a little bit right here.
Remember, only 6 seconds.
I messed up.
That's all we can show. That's the song. It's silence.
My video
That's all we
is
can
not
show. Yeah.
Go
so that's
back. Let's
No,
read.
no. We'll just keep it. We'll
No,
keep
let's
it.
edit that out. Edit that
No, I
out.
like it. It was in the moment.
I'm a screw up.
Wait, you didn't let me edit my mistake. We're not going to let you edit yours. It's okay. What song you got?
Okay,
Let's
it's
play
called
it.
It's Cold Desert by
Wait,
Kings
wait.
of
Okay.
Leon.
So we're going to edit it. What song you got, Brennan?
So we're editing. We're stopping now.
Not really.
Okay, so the song the song is Cold Desert by Kings of Leon. Here it is. That's all I can
That's
show you.
wow. That was actually a little too much.
Well, it was 7 seconds.
Oh.
What are you gonna do? Copyright me?
Yep. I mean, they might.
It's possible. So yeah, no, I saw them live in Tuscaloosa right before my birthday. My good friend Carson had an extra ticket, and I was able to go, and it was fantastic. One of the best concerts I've ever been to. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And that song is something like super special. The lyrics are incredible.
The words.
The words that
It's
are
not
being
lyrics.
sung
It's not
in.
words. Yeah, sung in. That was just dismal right there. That's like when you know you're trying to reach for that joke.
Hey, we're whatever.
Okay, so here's an idea I had. It literally just came to me for a segment. Hear me out. Dad joke off. Thoughts?
Bring it on.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm thinking. So that's really popular. Videos about dad jokes are really popular. So maybe once every month we can have a dad joke off competition.
Okay, maybe that'll be next episode.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see.
We'll
We'll
see.
think about it. We'll
Yeah.
give it a think and get back to you guys. But I think that could really work because I got some good dad jokes.
Do you?
I got some good dad jokes.
I want to hear one at least right
You wanna
now.
hear one?
But we're not gonna have a joke off. I just
Okay,
wanna hear
okay. You ready for this?
Yes.
I have a pencil that used to be owned by William Shakespeare.
it. Okay.
But unfortunately, he chewed it a lot, so I can't tell if it's to be or not to be.
Oh gosh.
I got some pretty good dad jokes.
Okay, I don't.
That's actually one of the worst ones, but
I don't, but that's okay. Yeah. So, did you guys write down some things?
yeah.
Y'all
So
get- y'all
let's see.
didn't?
We're gonna move on
No?
to story time now.
No.
So here's what we
nope,
need.
they're not. They don't have it.
Well, they can think. Okay, we're doing
What
doing
did
this
y'all-
in the
what happened?
moment. They can do it in the moment. So here's what we're gonna do. Radio sound check. Sound tech.
This
So
is a disaster.
we need you to think of a person. Right now, it can be a person that we know
Or don't know.
or don't know.
Could be Donald Trump.
Preferably made up, but it can be someone. The person can just be like a character, right? It doesn't have to be an actual person. It could be like Jack, the one-eyed pirate, or
Donald Trump, the orange, yellow-haired person.
that was
Who's the president of the
ooh.
United States, and I respect the president.
Wow, that was risque. Okay,
What? I didn't say that.
we're gonna pull a quick edit there.
No, we're not. You wouldn't let you know. With no editing. We're through and through with this. This is in the moment. That was the moment. Okay, what's
That
the
I
person?
regret. Okay, so we've got a person, and we need two now because Brennan and I are gonna each tell stories. So we're gonna need two, and then we also need what did we say? We need a conflict. So like a sinking ship.
Like an
You've
action,
been
yeah.
robbed. Something that's like an action or a conflict.
So like Kevin Hart flipped his car. Something I don't in Ibiza, Spain. I don't know.
yeah, something. But like
Barcelona.
yeah, something like that. So just some things like that, and then we draw them all together, and then we also need a place that we need to incorporate somehow, and this place can be made up or real, like headquarters of the UN, someone's house, intergalactic space authority port,
That's a good Beastie
summer
Boys
camp,
song.
intergalactic space
Yes.
authority
Well,
port.
it's just called Intergalactic.
oh,
it's a
I was about to
Beastie-
be like, wow, that was
It's a Beastie Boys song.
Hit
It's
that
pretty
on the
good.
money there.
Intergalactic. It's
6 seconds. Go.
no, it's not song of the week
Okay.
anymore. We've
Well,
already
maybe
done
next
that.
week.
It was Cold Desert by Kings of Leon.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Which is really quiet, honestly. Starts
it's
off really quiet.
yeah, but
Or
like
was that just your phone?
no, it starts off quiet and then like the guy have you I don't know if you know who they are or not.
I do a little bit.
The
not-
guy has
not
this
well.
raspy like high pitched voice and it's
Usually those
really
aren't
cool.
really used to describe the same. Raspy and then high pitch.
but it's raspy and high pitched. It's
that's interesting.
It's a very interesting sound. But we're not talking about that anymore. Let's move on.
yeah, okay.
We're
So what
actually
we got?
this is a filler because they're taking too.
Shh, you don't got to tell them
long.
that. You don't have to tell them that.
We're
Okay,
we're
so-
the most relatable podcast in the universe.
Fair.
So
they're about to hand me my sheet here. It's got the 3 things for me. Now I'm not going to tell
now
you.
write down 3 things for me.
I'm not going to tell you what they are.
Oh, you're not.
Wow. I'm a little confused. Okay, so I need some help here. Which one is the guy? is the person. Top one. Okay, so we're gonna... This is a work in progress, but bear with me here, okay? So...
Al, you're on my tongue.
Sorry. Okay, so... A long time ago, in a galaxy not quite so far away... In a long time ago, in a galaxy not quite so far away, there was a man named Bob. Now, Bob...
Bob Saget?
But no.
Oh.
Shh, I'm telling a
sorry.
story.
I ruined it.
There was a man named Bob. Now, Bob was not your average Bob. Usually in a story when there's someone by the name of Bob, they're just like an average Joe. But Bob was actually one of the most intelligent humans in the International Fleet. So here's what happened. There was a war, right? There's a war, and Bob is the admiral of the humans of the human fleet. We're fighting an alien race called the Anor, and we're trying to defeat them because they had come to destroy our home planet. So, hear me out. So, they have their battleships, right? They're space battleships. They're intergalactic space fleets. And Bob is the admiral. He's in charge of this one space fleet. So what he did is he came up with this brilliant strategy, right? So he was going to surprise the Anor at their home planet, right? He was going to surprise attack them there. But on his way, he encountered a problem. There was a plane that came out of nowhere and crashed into his biggest battleship. It was kind of like that moment in Star Wars where they do the light speed crash through the other ship. That's exactly what this was like, only it wasn't like that at all. So this plane crashed into it, and the fleet got destroyed because the battleship carrying all the biggest munitions.
That's unfortunate.
It exploded, right? So what happened? What had happened was the battleship carried the biggest gun, right? And this gun was an amazing gun that had the ability to destroy a single planet in one blast, right? Just absolutely devastating power. And what happened when the plane crashed into it? It malfunctioned, and it ended up backfiring and killing everyone in the fleet except for Bob and his one admiral's ship, which has the best armor. And they did a military investigation, obviously, because the humans then were desperate and they had to pull back into reserves, and they were running away from the aliens, and they were chased all the way back to Earth, where we put up a final stand and we were finally able to hold them off. But that was it. So we don't know when the next invasion was going to come. But they did a military investigation as to why the plane crashed into the battleship. And they discovered that it was piloted by Jack Sparrow.
Oh.
Yes.
Piloted by Jack Sparrow.
Yes. He was trying to find the Black Pearl, but he didn't realize that that's not another term for space.
Is that the story? That's the whole story?
Yeah.
Wow. So was Jack Sparrow the main character?
Jack
or was
Sparrow.
Was Bob the main character?
I needed to incorporate Jack, our boy Jack. Also,
George Bush is on this paper. What?
He was the president. Surprise! They re-elected another George Bush.
No!
During this international time of
We're
crises.
getting too political.
Yeah, so this is a work in progress. First one. We might edit
That's
this
what the
out.
segment should be called, is work in progress. Because that's what this podcast should be called, is work in progress.
But it's in the moment.
Are we ready for mine? Is it my time to shine?
All right, so that was just to clarify, my words, my character was Jack Sparrow. My setting was in space, and my crises was crash a plane into a battleship. I think I did a good job. So here's how we're going to do this.
Where's my setting?
We're going to try
write down
we're
a
going to
setting.
score it, right? So we're going to score it. How well we want 3 numbers out of 1 to 10. How well we incorporated the characters we had, right?
Right.
So the settings we had. So I had Jack Sparrow. a plane crashes into a battleship, and the setting was in space.
Yes.
So how well did I incorporate those into the story? Did you enjoy the story? And would you let me read bedtime stories to your children? Or make up bedtime stories to tell your children,
Now
right?
remember,
Hypothetical.
if you didn't like this segment, and if you feel like it's just a filler, it is.
Dude!
Because we're out of content.
no, but I think this is good content.
If you didn't like this segment, if you don't comment and we don't...
It's like I said back in episode 2. You know, when you're in on something at the beginning,
Right.
and you see the rough edges, then when they get polished, you enjoy it a lot more. So this is going to be our segment. And like I said, we might do every other week. So we might do a story battle this week. And next week, we might tell a story together.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
And then the week after that, we can do a story battle.
You know, we have a
And then we can
Fortnite
tell a
story.
story together. Right, we'll get to that.
We do have this Fortnite story, but
Yeah.
we'll tell that later.
Yeah, not right now, because that'll be next week, maybe.
Maybe, I don't know.
Because we're doing
Probably
the
not.
competing stories. But then on the weeks that we do the
Battles.
the battles, right? But on the weeks when we do together stories, we can do our dad jokes battles.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So that we can kind of have a competition going on. each
So
time.
yeah, but
So-
if you don't comment, we're gonna just think you didn't like the segment, and
Or that you did, and we'll just do it even worse next time. 'Cause
yeah,
we don't have to get
we'll
better.
Waste your time. We're not looking for views.
It's like I said in episode 2. It's all about fun, man. It's
All about that fun. I'm having a good time. I'm
I
having
am
a
too.
blast. Okay,
Great.
this
I mean, that story was a little weird. I'm gonna be honest. That was
this story is about a former president.
as well. Okay,
Named-
just a second. Nope, just a second. Sound tech.
You're
Get off the political train,
Get,
please.
get off. Jump off of that Trump
Think
train.
up characters, like for real. Think up characters.
Oh, you
I
wanna
have
change
a
it
great
now?
character.
You want to change it now?
Listen-
We've complained, and you
listen to
want to
this.
change it?
Listen to this. I've got a. I've
You're
got
fired. They keep going. You're not. I mean,
We're
we're not
not-
paying her, but whatever.
We're not. I have a great character. All right. Here's my character. Hear me out. His name is Argyle McGregory. He is
Conor
Scottish. No. He's Argyle McGregory. He's a Scottish
Sounds like Conor McGregor.
war hero who fought in Vietnam and has frequent flashbacks, unfortunately. Very sad.
That's like not a joke.
But he's also disillusional. So he continually has flashbacks to that time he fought in space and the Death Star appeared. Alright, what you got?
Okay, this is not a story about a president anymore.
Whew! Dodged a bullet there. I'm starting to get the idea that our sound tech isn't a very creative person.
A long, long time ago, a very long time ago in the 80s,
Wow. Oh
There
my
was-
goodness.
there was
That was forever
there
ago.
was a party. It was a disco, actually.
A disco.
And they were dancing, and there was this one really famous actress. Well, she wasn't famous yet. Her name was Jen. We're gonna call her Jen. She becomes famous after this particular thing that happened. She was at a disco, and for some reason, the disco was on a cliff. They were discoing
Like you do.
on a cliff, and she fell off that cliff, but she didn't die.
Oh.
She just broke her legs,
Oh.
And-
That's unfortunate.
and her back became paralyzed. And now now I add on to the story. So she fell off this cliff. She fell off this cliff. She fell off a cliff. Broke her legs and her back. Both legs and one back. She has one backbone, I think. Spinal. And she falls off this cliff, breaks everything, she becomes paralyzed, which is so unfortunate for Jen. Jen she continuously falls, and it's a long fall. And she's falling down the cliff, and she's like, I'm falling down a cliff. She goes, I broke my legs and my back, and I'm paralyzed now. They didn't take her to the doctor because they had Google.
Wait, what?
And they had
in the 80s?
yeah, in the 80s they had Google. Google was just invented. And so they Googled her symptoms, and they diagnosed them herself. And she said, "Oh no, I'm paralyzed, and I now have 2 broke legs, and I don't know what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life." Well, Jen, she was an aspiring actress. Did I mention that?
Yes.
Probably.
A
I don't
little
know. She's an aspiring actress, so she decides to go back up to the disco.
Paralyzed. With
Paralyzed.
broken legs.
They carried her back up. Her friends were there. Her friends were there. Yeah. So her friends were there. They carried her. Her friends carried Jen back up the cliff, and they started to disco again. Jen really wasn't discoing much. She was kind of laying there.
Understandable.
Yeah.
I think she gets a pardon for that.
She was just kind of laying there, and then one of her friends.
Why are you emphasizing friends so much?
You'll find out later.
Oh.
One of her friends
That's ominous.
came and he said, "Yo, I got a shot for you. It's gonna make you not paralyzed and not have a broken leg."
Whoa.
And she
That's
said, "I don't
smart.
believe it. I don't believe it. But we're friends, so I'll try it out." So he gives her a shot in the back, and she jumps up and starts discoing. You could call it a Panic at the Disco.
I'm gonna add some drum beats.
She starts jumping around and discoing at the disco on the cliff, and then she actually goes to the bar to buy a chocolate milk,
Of course.
because chocolate milk is sold at a disco on a cliff. Why not? It's my story. I can do what I want to with it. So yeah. Anyway, she goes to the bar to get chocolate milk, and she runs into this guy. We're gonna call him Matthew. So Jen and Matthew get to talking, and they find out they have some common friends. And so they work together for a little while, and they both realize they're actors, so they're like, "Yo, let's start a show. We're gonna start a TV show." And the TV show was called Friends. And the girl that broke her leg and her back ended up being Jennifer Aniston.
Oh. Yeah. Wow.
And that's the story of how Jennifer Aniston came to be friends
with so many friends.
Matthew Perry. That's Matthew.
Wow, I think you win. I think you definitely win.
Yeah, it was a struggle. It sucked.
Mine was way worse. Guaranteed. Jack Sparrow, plane, space. I think they rigged it.
Where'd they do that? Uh-oh. Okay, where'd they do that at?
Wow.
That was a stupid joke. I don't know why I said that.
I didn't understand it, but that's okay.
So yeah, comment below who wins.
Wow. Definitely you. That's definite. There was one moment where I just lost it. I thought you had already introduced all the information when you said Jen disco falls down cliffs, breaks legs, and gets paralyzed. I thought that was like all your information, and then you were just gonna make more stuff up.
That was it.
That was it.
That was all. Yeah. It was Jennifer Aniston was the person.
Wow. So I was right.
Yeah, Jennifer Aniston was the person. She fell off a cliff, and then she was at a disco in the 80s.
Wow. So you had disco in the 80s.
That was the setting.
Fell off a cliff.
Fell off a cliff was the conflict, and then the person was Jennifer Aniston.
Wow.
And I just added everything else.
Wow, that was a good story.
No, it wasn't.
10 out of 10 would listen to again.
You know, if we were at camp, the kids would not have probably laughed. They would have said, "This is a stupid story."
It's okay. Next week we're gonna do one together.
The Fortnite story. Just kidding.
Maybe.
What was the alligator's name? We had a story at camp. What was the alligator that pooped cheese? Nacho cheese.
That was
Do you remember
unnecessary
that?
to
Do you
bring
remember
up.
that?
How could I forget? How could I forget?
Anyway, moving on. Do you have another?
Okay, so next week we're going to tell a story together. Now, also, we need you to tell us which you prefer, which you think you'll prefer.
Yeah, so
stories separately like this, competing stories, or a story together. I have a feeling the story together
story
would be
together
better.
would be better.
Because we can kind of have some back and forth. It's not so much.
And
a
also,
monologue.
this segment was a little bit slow because it was literally just thrown into it
was
when
first
we
one.
started. It
Yeah.
was,
And our sound tech hadn't thought of ideas the previous week.
let me tell you, they were really good at starting. I'm sorry.
You good there? What you got? You got a coughing?
Something.
Can you explain what that was?
What was?
What,
Just now?
what that
That
was?
just happened?
Yeah.
It was like a stroke. No.
And we're moving. Wait, what?
I had a
That's not okay.
I had a hiccup, and then
Well,
I
dude,
only
okay.
hiccuped once, and then I thought I was coming
take that
back.
Hiccup again. Hiccup again.
I can't.
Do it again. What was that? Can you explain that?
It was a hiccup, not a stroke.
Wow. Thanks for explaining that. We're going to move on to our next segment. Can you explain that?
Explain this.
That was a tough segue right there.
So we're gonna pop up a picture right now.
Oh.
And so you should be looking at this picture, and it's from Bryant's Instagram.
Oof.
And I want you to explain.
Regret.
I want you to explain this
Regret.
picture and what is going on. Why are you wearing that tux? And that is that a fez?
Okay, so first off, it's not a tux. It's a suit and a bow tie
Okay.
and a fez.
Okay. And what's going on in that picture?
I'm looking at the camera like I wish I wasn't there.
How old are you?
Let's see, let me do the quick arithmetic. Wow, arithmetic is hard. I was
Popped my elbow again.
14, I think. I was 15.
15.
15. Wow. I was 15 in this picture.
We have a 15-year-old in the room.
Ooh, well,
It's my sister.
Oh.
She's 15. Anyway,
don't say hi.
yeah, don't say anything. You're not supposed to talk.
Wow, that was mean. Anyway, so yeah, I was wearing the suit and this tie and just a fez because I just felt fresh that day. No, I'm kidding.
Were you feeling
It was
funky fresh?
If you notice the post date, it's September 21st, 2016.
Yeah.
Now, what happens before September?
October.
Exactly. And what happens in October that I might be dressed up for?
Halloween-y.
Wait, what?
My birthday. My birthday's in
Oh.
October.
Okay, yeah.
No.
You were right the first time.
Halloween-y, huh?
Nope.
Halloween.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
There we go.
Um,
So I was dressed up for Halloween.
What were you? A circus guy?
I was supposed to be Matt
You
Smith.
were Hugh Jackman from The Greatest Showman.
That
weren't
hadn't
you?
come out yet. But I was supposed to be Matt Smith from Doctor Who. He wears the fezzes and the bow ties. He's like,
Never seen Doctor Who.
bow
That's
ties
okay.
are cool.
Bow ties are cool. I
So-
wore a bow tie to my prom.
I love bow ties, dude.
I
I wear them
also-
to all of the dances.
I also wore a bow tie.
You get all the ladies.
I wore a bow tie to my graduation too, which was
There
a
you go.
mistake.
That would, yeah,
That was
sounds
a
like
mistake.
I don't know if I'm gonna wear it.
It was a split. It was a split decision.
Split decision.
As in, like, not a split decision, but it was
You
like,
just like
it
there
was
was
like,
there was one side.
I was
you got a
walking out
piece
of the door.
wood, and on one side you painted
the pros and the cons.
No, on one side you just painted bow tie, and on the other side you painted no tie, and then you took your hatchet and you just split it, and whichever side came
Yes,
off was.
that's what happened. No, by split decision, I mean it just kind of happened. I was on my way to.
You split the decision-making process
was-
up.
yes,
you
I was on
started
my-
to decide, then you ate some breakfast, and then
I was on my way to graduation, and I was on my way to graduation, and I had a bow tie in my truck.
Yeah.
And I looked down, I was like, I'm gonna wear a bow tie today.
There you go.
So moving on.
Yeah, but that's how I explained that. It was Halloween, I was
And the
supposed to be
picture
Matt
is
Smith.
gone now. Editors.
Right there. That was what that was. That was.
So anyway,
If you were wondering what that sound actually was, I was. That was a beeper.
that was actually his mouth.
Nope.
Anyway, no.
Okay, maybe it was lyrics.
So guess what time it is now?
No, it's time for me to pull up a
What
picture
are
on
you-
your Instagram. You gotta explain
Oh,
that.
no!
Well, it's not that bad. I just had it done, so. It's,
Okay.
you'll get there. All right, so we're gonna pull up
Okay.
down here. I'm scrolling through
I'm
the gram
scared.
here.
I'm so scared. My Instagram is so cringy. You can follow me on dear_Brennan15
Nice.
if you don't already. You probably do though, because I promote
Okay,
this.
I found it.
You've found it.
I found the picture.
Oh,
So this is actually, if I'm not mistaken, your first picture ever on
It's my
Instagram.
so well.
What are we?
Yes and
so
no.
we're looking. We're gonna put the picture up right now, or
There
maybe
it is.
earlier.
There it is. That's me and my teeth
And
a
paint.
black smudge on my face. Yeah, this is my first picture on this Instagram. I actually had a different Instagram and I got logged out of it.
I love how the comment literally says first picture on the new Instagram
Yeah.
goes to this one. What exactly made you make that decision?
Do you know what Centrifuge is?
I don't.
Centrifuge is kind of like it's a youth camp.
Okay, yeah.
And they do this thing called Mega Relay. It's where you paint yourself in war paint and you dress to the nines with your boys.
Okay.
And you compete for the Mega Relay.
So where you
cup.
like wear tuxes and some like eyeliner.
Okay, no, you don't
and-
dress to the. You don't actually dress to the nines. No, you wear war paint and you dress
War
up
paint.
sporty. And,
Oh, sporty. So not to the
like,
nines.
to look
like to the
intimidating.
fives.
To the fives, maybe sixes. I looked like a 5 here.
Okay.
It's because I wasn't
So that's
a
what that
5.
was.
I'm a
That's-
3
That's
now.
how you explain that.
But no, yeah. So that's what that was. It was Mega Relay at Centrifuge, and I was excited. We were getting pumped. We had drank about 4 Red Bulls.
Oh boy.
And then we were just like beating our heads on the walls and stuff. And
Could you say you were those were your headbanger days?
that was when I was a headbanger for sure.
Nice.
I got locked out of my old Instagram. And I decided
that's
that
pleasant.
week to start a new Instagram, and that was just my first picture on the gram. So
you go.
that's that in all its glory.
Okay, we're gonna take it down.
Yeah, there and it's
Fascinating.
gone. Okay.
All right, so this has been episode 1.
we
of
didn't. I
February.
didn't do my movie review, dog.
Oh, we don't got time now.
We
we'll have
don't?
to save that.
Oh no, part 2 coming soon.
I mean, yeah, we can
Next week.
We'll mix it. Yeah, coming soon. Like we'll release it the next day or something.
Yeah, whatever. Do you want to split this into 2 parts, or do you want
I
to
think
just
we don't have time to.
you want to just start the movie review next week?
I think we got.
I apologize, people.
It
I
was
know
our
y'all were
fault, but we're
excited.
trying new stuff.
Yeah,
And,
we decided to just let that take over instead of the old stuff.
yeah, and you might hate us for it with this episode, and that's okay. But we
That's
had
fine.
fun making it.
Whatever.
I think you can hear a moment where he's telling a story, and I'm dying laughing for a solid 10 minutes.
And apparently you can hear me crackling a piece of paper
Yeah.
in the background. That
I
was
mean-
dumb of me. I'm an idiot.
I mean, it adds texture to the podcast.
So yeah, this has been episode 4, people.
Episode
Um,
4.
Be
Wow.
sure to leave a comment, subscribe to us, comment things.
Oh, I almost forgot. This is our third. We released our third one,
Yeah, we're actually releasing it right now.
Which means, dude,
I'm sorry.
we got a pure professional.
Anyway, go ahead.
We're having someone release it for us last week.
Anyway, go ahead. Keep going.
I didn't fool anyone. This reminds me though. So we released our third, right?
Yeah, we did.
And
That's a thing that
that
happened.
means you can now find us on more places
Hopefully.
than just YouTube.
Hopefully, we still have to go get verified on.
We're trying
on
to.
iTunes.
We're working on it right now.
We will check our Instagrams and stuff, and we'll let you know. But hopefully, by the time this is up, you'll be able to listen to us on Spotify and iTunes.
Which is that's a
that's
big deal.
Man.
That's,
It'll be free.
Yeah.
It'll be free
It'll
stuff.
be free stuff, and I mean for you guys, for us maybe we'll get a little.
We won't.
A cut.
Not if our stuff is free, bro.
Yeah, true.
No.
I mean,
We're not gonna make any money
on
off of this.
Spotify they do like ads, and you can get
That's
some
true.
money for that if you run ads and
That's
stuff.
true.
It's kind of like YouTube, but
Yeah.
you know, once again, like I said in episode 2, it's all for the fun, not for the
Yeah.
money. Although if I could get rich,
Making money off
would
of this
take
would
it.
be nice,
oh yeah.
but it's probably not gonna happen. We're just doing it to do it. So
Anyway,
yeah,
so this has been first episode of February. We're gonna have to save the movie review,
yeah, we'll do that next week.
or the next if we run out of ideas. Then
Yeah, sure.
probably next week though. We got to get to that first thing.
So yeah,
Song of the week was.
Cold Desert by Kings of Leon.
Go make sure to go check that out.
Please go check it out.
Check out our channel.
Yes.
Check out our Spotify.
Yes.
Check out our iTunes. Buy our podcast.
We will plug all of that
On
if
our
we're
grams.
if we're on
the gram.
Yeah. Follow us on Instagram at In the Moment Podcast. And yeah, this has been In the Moment.
Thank you for joining us in this moment.
We hope to see you next week.
In that moment.
See ya.
Bye.